Domain Apparel. Yo, what's up? This is John from Eminent Domain. Alright, so today what I'm going to show you is a video uh, showing my journey and me learning how to, do stencil art. I created a stencil using my cutting machine, and it's going to be I'm going to be using spray paint as well. It's going to be a Naruto anime painting, stencil drawing, you could say. All right, so, get prepared. You can see the procedures that I took. Again, I'm learning. I've never done this before. This is me, working through the problems. It may not be perfect. I may have to find better ways of doing it, but at least you get to see my achievements as well as my failures. All right, so I hope you enjoy. All right, now this is the cutting machine that I use. This is a US cutter machine. Don't know the model number, but I purchased it off of Amazon. I use it to create my decals for my business. It's a pretty good machine, and I had it for about a year now. But this is my first time actually using it to create a stencil. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be some tedious work that I have to do right here. I'm taking my X-Acto knife, and although I did use my cutting machine to pretty much cut out my design on the poster board that I placed inside the machine, unfortunately it doesn't cut it completely out, even though I put the pressure at max. I might need a new blade. That's something to consider. But in the meantime, I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I'm just recutting along the lines to fully cut out the actual design that I'm going to use to create my stencil work. Now I have an old table that's sitting in my yard, so I'm going to use this to pretty much begin the spray painting process. So what I'm going to do is lay the canvas on the table flat, and I'm going to take my black Evolve spray paint and cover the canvas, the surface of the canvas. That's going to be the background for my actual art piece. Here I'm using my cutout stencil from the poster board that I cut using my cutting machine. I'm laying it down as flat as possible. I am going to be using masking tape to make sure that certain parts of the stencil do not pop up or rise from the actual surface of the canvas. This will probably be one of the most difficult processes that I have to do, because I just now noticed that the stencil itself is a little bit larger than my canvas. So I'm going to try to make it work, solving my problems. Certain areas I forgot to cut out, so I'm using an X-Acto knife to get those few pieces that I forgot to cut out. Just adds a little bit more to the detail of the actual painting. As you can see, I'm using very small pieces of tape, so I'm not using full strips. The smaller the piece, the easier it is to repair that area. Now, as you can see here, I really made a mistake. The exposed black that's to the left of the actual canvas, I did not fully cover that. So of course, that's going to leave yellow spray paint in the area where I did not want it. Mental note, next time, make sure you fully cover the areas that do not need any paint. There were still some areas that were coming up, so I was using my hand as I was painting in that particular area to hold down that part of the stencil, so I don't have the paint running in areas where I did not want yellow. In the picture, I saw like a little red to the left of Naruto's face. I was trying to recreate that on my stencil work as well, because I thought it was like a little cool effect to add a little contrast to that yellow. I am loving it so far. Now, as you can see, there are some areas that I need to go back and retouch, especially where you see the leaf symbol. But other than that, I could almost see the final result. This is where I'm going to start the touch up. So I'm taking some spray paint. I got a little piece of cardboard, so what I'm going to do is take some spray paint and make a palette. So I'm going to put both my colors on this cardboard, so I'm gonna use two separate paint brushes so I can do my touch-ups with each color. All right, y'all, this is the final result. I think it came out pretty nice. All right, so in conclusion, I can definitely see I can use my cutting machine to make a nice stencil for artwork. Learning from mistakes, I know I definitely need to check the size before I do cutting. I gotta find a way to make stencils that I can use more than once. I thought poster board material would be a little bit more durable, but didn't work out the way I thought it would. Also, make sure that I'm truly prepared. So since I did not have the right paintbrushes, what I had to do was I had to substitute them for some paintbrushes that I found at the dollar store. I did some cutting so I could make sure I'm able to pretty much paint a straight line. Also, I need to make sure that I cover all areas that does not need to be painted. I left that black area to the left of my painting exposed, so I have to go back and make some corrections. But other than that, I think it came out very well. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I plan on making other videos with different types of stencil work. So definitely stay tuned. More to come. Hope you all have a nice rest of your day. And I see you all in the next video. Deuces.
Eminent Domain Apparel.